Welcome to Known the Podcast. We're Brooke,
Hannah, and Mackenzie,
3 friends whose goal is to go deeper into the Word
and to learn about the God that meets us in our everyday lives.
So let's sit, talk, and laugh together as we explore the extraordinary in the ordinary
and discover what it means to know God,
know ourselves,
and make Him known.
Well, hey, hi, hello.
Hey, hi, hello.
Welcome.
That was so cute.
Clip it and put it on social media.
We're getting so good at this.
Finally. 2 years in. It's the sweet spot.
Anyway, man, we thought that it would just be fun to sit down and have just a catch-up conversation with you all for the fall.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been following us the last 2 years, you know that we usually do like a check-in once a quarter type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
This season we thought we would do it a little bit differently because Mackenzie and I are both pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to become first-time mamas. And we thought that it would be cool to just kind of talk about like what it's been like to be pregnant and what like processing pregnancy and then all of the things that come along with that. So, yeah. Welcome to the inside of our minds.
Slightly foggier than before.
Oh, much foggier than before. I was thinking about this. We just recorded Discerning the Voice of the Lord. And so I don't know where that's at in your timeline, but I literally was sitting there the whole time and I was like, I bet you as this season progresses, just the blank stare on my face is just going to keep getting worse and
Do a
worse.
compilation. So funny.
Of just me going.
That is hilarious.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Deep in thought.
I was
Yes.
thinking the inflammation in my face has grown. It's all good
does
things.
get rough.
I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah.
But it is funny. So I'm currently 34 weeks along
Yes.
in this timeline.
I'll
Where are
be 24 weeks tomorrow.
Okay.
We're almost exactly 10 weeks apart,
Yeah.
which is wild.
So
to
funny.
me.
So cute.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So my due date is when we're recording this next month. I'm about 6 weeks away for the due date.
Yeah.
So
Wild.
That's
when
really
this is
countdown time.
Yeah.
That's getting close.
great. So
You said great.
for weeks, I was like, I'm waiting for nesting to kick in. And nothing was happening. And I'm such a motivated person, but throughout pregnancy, I've wanted to do absolutely nothing.
Mhm.
I've had no motivation to do anything. I can't even figure out what I want to eat for dinner.
Yeah.
Like, I know that that's so silly to say, but it's like, I can't figure out where I want to eat out. I can't figure out what I want to cook. Like, nothing sounds good ever. And I just want to, like, if I could do that, that's what I would be doing.
honestly,
Good.
I just wait for somebody to mention a very nostalgic food, and I'm like, that's what I'm getting tonight.
Okay.
It's worked multiple times.
Maybe I need to try that because
Yeah.
I have liked stuff from my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
That's so funny.
but anyway, so recently it kicked in. I needed more room in this one cabinet and I organized my teas. I was like, this is it. This is the start of nesting. I pulled all the
inspiration.
teas out and I'd organized and got them in a better spot and everything. And I'm still preparing physically and mentally, but I can feel the motivation kick in for the countdown. If that makes sense.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Home stretch.
Yes.
Crazy.
Wow.
So crazy.
Yeah. I've experienced nesting in waves. So I'm due in January. So I've still got a bit more time. This is September when we're recording this. I've experienced like the nesting in waves.
Mm-hmm.
And when it hits, it's hit pretty hard. And so I'm very nervous when it's like it actually hits. Because I am the type of person, like, I'll kind of experience stuff like that in waves anyway. I feel like that's just part of being a woman in general. It's just like making your home feel peaceful.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the other day, I just built a whole outdoor table.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just
Very
going to get this
impressive.
done.
And it looks great.
Yeah,
we need to
thank
post
you.
that to our stories. The known podcast story.
Yes. Yeah.
Brooke prepares a table before me in the presence of her nesting.
Honestly, most like accomplished feeling like for me was like 5-6 hours outside, table done. I'm like, okay, great. What's the next project? Actually, we're doing some construction right now where we live and building a whole room, and it's a whole situation. And I'm starting like little projects around everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zach looks at me the other day. He said, no more projects until this room is done.
That's wisdom. It is.
Yeah.
That's an understandable request. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll just plan a lot of things up here.
I'll get 'em going.
I'm always thinking until my
more.
brain just stops.
Because at least when you're doing something, you know the limitations of the time that it takes. But if you're planning a million things up here to do, you're not thinking about the time that it takes for any of those.
It all falls into the real quick category.
Yes.
We can just do this real quick.
Real quick. Easy.
Woo. That's what I said about the table.
Yeah. See?
I said, get it done in a day. It'll be fine.
In a day. Is that your real quick? Is in a day?
If I'm building a table, yeah. Like, that's quick.
That is
Yeah,
quick.
it is quick.
But no, I think that I have a pretty good concept of time. I do feel like I handle time pretty well. Yeah. Between Zach and I, it's definitely me. That's more on top of it. But I'm curious to see how that changes when I become a mom. Because I know like some of the most punctual women I've ever met, they become a mom and then there's no concept of time. It's just, I will get there when I'm there. So I'd like to see how it'll be.
It's the progression of recognizing that your time is not your own.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
That's good. I was literally thinking this morning as I was getting ready to come here, I was like, okay, how long did it take me to do this? How long did it take me to shower? How long did it take me to do my makeup? And then I'm going to need to like triple that because I'm going to have a whole human to take care of while I'm getting ready.
Well, it's like, how long does it take you to shower when you keep turning the water off to listen to the phantom cry? The mamas know. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I like to, and I'd say I'm pretty good about always being 5 to 15 minutes early to things. Like that mentally to me is a win for the day. So I do need to start thinking in that mindset of like, okay, I need to know how long this takes and then
how long does it take me to get ready so I know how long?
Yeah.
I guess so I know myself and then I can figure out her when she's here.
Yeah.
Right?
I love it.
Let's go way back, mentally preparing for motherhood.
So
you're thinking, I would like to be pregnant, conception. What are you doing mentally and physically to prepare?
Wild question for me. Yeah.
So I was thinking about this yesterday, trying to prepare for this question. And I was like, okay, so mentally, I had to let go of a lot of control, a lot of selfishness. I could feel the Lord like pointing out a couple things in my life, control wise and selfish wise, that I'm like, okay, I want to be pregnant. And the Lord was like, okay, what about these things? And I felt like working through those things last year was really great and helpful for me, and definitely the Lord leading me through a couple things. And then physically, I did a lot of things. And I can go into more detail, but I would say eating clean and working on my hormones.
Yeah. Working on my hormones was big for me as well. I took a lot of supplements to like help get things back where they needed to be, that sort of thing. When we decided to try and have Emma. And mentally for me, it was really handing over control in a different way, where it was really letting go of fear in a different way. Because I remember I was just really scared of losing a baby. I was really scared of not being able to conceive. Like there was just a lot that I was concerned with. And I remember telling the Lord, I was like, I don't know how to have faith in this area. And I was like serving in the nursery, and I, over like the intercom we had in the nursery, Brooke was singing, and she sang a line from a song that was, where we hear worship, he hears faith. And I was like, okay, got it. I can do that. So then whenever I would be afraid, or I would start to going like wondering and questioning that sort of thing, I would just turn it into worship. I would put worship on. I would start praying in a worshipful way. And so really that was something that I really did, was just really try and turn it into worship. Because our hope is not in a baby. Our hope is in the Lord. And really just emphasizing that. And then also just doing whatever you can to strengthen your marriage, your communication, just making sure that if you're prepping to have a baby, just making sure that you're kind of saying, okay, who do I want to be as a mother, and what steps can I be taking now to prepare for that, whether that's financially, whether that's marriage-wise, whether that's physically.
Yes.
If there's certain habits that need to be opted out, that sort of thing. Like something for me was really working on my self-esteem, in the sense of like not speaking negatively over myself.
Okay.
Because I knew that I was going to have a daughter, and I didn't want my narrative to become hers.
Yes,
and so I really felt like the Lord told me, like, well, then you have to change yours.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so
that's good.
That was a big thing for me too.
Yeah. Okay. How much should I go?
Just let's hear it. Just
yeah. So I think I've talked on here multiple times about like I've had baby fever since the year Zach and I got married at 19 years old. Like little Brooke was like, I'm ready. Let's have some babies. And throughout the years, like stopped taking birth control 3 years into marriage. And then like we said 3 to 5 years into marriage, I think we would start trying. And then 5 years hit, and there was just a lot of life, a lot of grief in our 5th year of marriage. And it became very clear, like, this is not the time. This is not the season. And I just remember praying, Lord, I'll know that it's your timing whenever Zach says that he's ready, which felt very scary because mentally it just didn't seem like he was ever going to be ready. But really,
kudos to you for submitting to the Lord and to your husband in that way, though. That's really a beautiful picture of submitting.
Thank you. Yeah. It was definitely, it was a nudge from Holy Spirit too. Cause I think that has been more difficult for me, of learning what like actual respect and submission looks like, as it is for most women.
Yeah.
Gross. But also like, thank God, you know?
Yeah.
And so that was in our 5th year. 6th year rolls around, still not time. 7th year rolls around. Okay, still not time. And then in the summer of our 7th year, he said, let's start trying in the fall. And I was like, done.
You're like,
absolutely.
The moment we've been waiting for.
Absolutely. And looking at where we were at in our 7th year, which was just last fall, it really made no sense from like a worldly perspective for us to start trying to have a kid. But I remember having nothing but absolute peace about it all. In the midst of all of this, I had been dealing with like a chronic reproductive issue that had been going on for like 2 to 3 years at this point. And in the spring of our 7th year of marriage, I really started like narrowing down a lot of things, trying to work on that and get it figured out. A lot of things between me and the Lord. I was working with a naturopathic doctor. I had tried a lot of stuff from like pharmaceuticals and just a whole array of like different things. And I had stopped having sugar for almost a year. Like I was really in the trenches of, Lord, my hands are open to you, but I'm going to meet you. Like I'm going to do what I need to do as well in the physical to try and help heal this. And finally, I was speaking with a friend, and they just said, I don't know if I've shared on here before, but I was abused as a child. And this friend knew that about me. And she said, sometimes these things will try to like stick with us, like they say the body keeps the score, but I think that that's also something in the spirit realm that we try to push aside a lot, because it feels very woo woo. And so she just mentioned like, have you tried inner healing prayer? And I was like, honestly, I've heard of it before, but I couldn't tell you what it is. And so started thinking about it. And then I had another person mention it to me. And she was like, I actually do inner healing prayer. And I was like, sign me up. Let's do it right now. Like, this is very clearly from the Lord. Like, let's go. And so went and got some prayer for her, or prayer with them, and woke up the next morning with so much relief. And the minute that I started bringing like glory to God for it all, symptoms started flaring back up later that day. And this is a whole story. I really would like to do a whole episode on it one day. But I don't know if we'll get to that. It's kind of there's like a lot of intimate details in it, but if you're listening and you know me, like, please come talk to me about it. This is such like a significant part of my testimony. I would be so happy to share the glory of the Lord through it. Yeah. But through that prayer session, we not only like, I got healing over some things that I didn't know I was holding on to from that abuse, but I started seeing like patterns of strongholds and generational cycles and generational curses over me and the women in my family. And so we prayed through a lot of those things as well. And so a big thing for me in that season was only Jesus for this pain. That was a song that Corey Asbury had come out with that year, and it really ministered to me and just dealing with chronic pain. And okay, Lord, you are the answer. It's not medication. It's not what any doctor has to say. It is you. You are the great healer. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And if there's something in the physical that you can do or that you have for me, I'm believing that you will show me what that is. And so I'm getting out of breath, which is how I know I'm supposed to talk about this. And so I just continued on that journey. In July, the Lord made me aware of something that I was allergic to. And so I cut that out, and I did not have another chronic flare-up after that.
Praise God.
I've been a year of chronic flare-up free since cutting out this one thing, which is so wild to me. And then the next month is when Zach wanted to start trying to have a kid. And so I was like, okay, well, this, Lord, like, you're doing something. You're very clearly doing something. Yeah. So we started trying in September. I didn't get pregnant until April. So really like 6-7 months is about how long it took. And I think that for me, that season of preparation was like, I got healthy. I lost weight. I started understanding whole nutritious food. I started understanding like deeper things about our food system and the pharmaceutical system, and not to like put a tinfoil hat on at all, but just things that we need to be aware. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like things we need to be aware of. But then even deeper than that, like I got physical, emotional, and generational healing. And so the things that I was able to pray about and like really receive healing for myself, like those generational cycles are done. They end with me. Yeah. That does not go on in the rest of our bloodline. Yeah. And I think about, okay, if we had started trying when 19-year-old Brooke was ready, right? You know, like how much more would I be carrying, but also how much more would our kids be carrying because of it? Yeah. Like,
well, especially your firstborn daughter.
Yes.
Yeah. And you said it's the women in your family. Those were some of the cycles you were breaking. God timed this delivery not just for you, but for her to not have to carry the weight of things that you would have never chosen for her to carry in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is such a testament to the sovereignty of God being the kindness of God.
Yes. Yeah. There's so much grace wrapped in like the trial of that season of like carrying that chronic pain, and so much grace in the waiting, and so much grace in just deciding like, okay, I am submitting to my husband, and I'm also submitting myself to the Lord. Like the Lord covered all 8 years of my strong desire to be a mom in grace. And now I get to look back, because for me, it has been an 8-year preparation. Yeah. You know, like, and I always wondered, why I related so much whenever I read 1 Samuel to Hannah's story, and why that her story stuck out to me so much. And I know that like we didn't struggle from a like fertility standpoint, to my knowledge. You know, I don't know what the Lord healed me of in this last year, but I do know what it feels like to desire it so strongly and to have to wait for the Lord to open your womb. And this is the first year that I finished the entire book of 1 Samuel. I could never get past Hannah's story. I finished 1 Samuel, I think, right before I got pregnant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I didn't even talk about all the fast and all the other stuff.
There's there's
so much and leading up to us getting pregnant that I know like the Lord's hand is just so sovereignly over our family line. And I'm so very thankful, and can't wait to just hold her instead of her kicking me from the inside.
Yeah.
The kicks are nice. Don't get me wrong. It's good to know she's there, but
Yeah. I told Austin the other day, I said, I love it. I love the kicks. She's been kicking all morning that we've been recording this. She loves being here, just like me. So happy to be here. But I was like, I'm so excited to walk through these last weeks and then us to be 2 separate people. I love this. This is so fun. Pregnancy has not been like the worst thing ever for me, so I'm super thankful for her. But I'm like, I'm so ready for her to be her person and me to be my person.
Yeah. Okay, so let's lighten it up a little bit. What have been some of your all's cravings? And then what were some of your cravings?
Yeah.
Mine has been like lemonade. That one has been the thing that's been the most outlandish to me, which I haven't been craving like weird like pickle and mayo sandwiches or anything like that. Like that, I wonder if that will come. It's not me right now. I hate lemonade. I don't
That's
like
funny.
it.
Interesting.
But I have craved it. Like every time I think about the word lemonade, I'm like, I should go get some. Yeah.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Chocolate for me, I didn't really love chocolate before, and now I love chocolate. I will eat anything chocolate. I've had like so many chocolate milkshakes, smoothies, frappuccinos, whatever throughout being pregnant, and I never would have had that before. Like that didn't even sound good to me.
Yeah.
And now I'm drinking them like, I don't know, every other week or something. It's insane.
Dang.
So she definitely loves chocolate.
Yeah.
And then vinegar. Anything vinegar, pickles. Not mixed with weird stuff, though.
Yeah.
Like a turkey sandwich with a pickle or something like that is delicious to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah. It's like foods I don't typically like. Like turkey. I usually love ham if I'm going to have deli meats, which don't judge us for eating deli meats.
That's what I was about to say.
Leave us alone.
Yeah.
Do the research.
I've heard a lot of moms say, like, I'm not out here doing drugs. I'm just having a sandwich. So just leave me alone.
Thank you. Yes. I get it. Okay. I do get it. But I will warm it up if that makes you feel better.
Okay.
But sometimes I don't.
And I don't really
So
care.
you don't.
Sometimes I don't. Most times I'll have like a hot sandwich from Firehouse.
Okay.
You know.
Don't you think Firehouse is a little overpriced?
I don't care. It's so good.
I have eaten Firehouse.
Just
a couple
shot
times.
that sponsorship.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But I don't care to follow the rules anyway, unless I know, like, unless I'm specifically believe in the rule and know why it's a rule.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah.
Not for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think with each kid. I know for me, I think it was more like by trimester, kind of similar with both kids. So first trimester was like a green apple girly.
Oh, wow.
Like I wanted tart. If I was feeling
have not
sick,
thought about apples at all.
I wanted a green apple. And then I remember like putting lemons in my water bottle and like putting a whole lemon in and then being like, it's just not enough.
It's not enough.
Like,
I felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was so I had to throw away the water bottle after the first trimester with Nora because I'm like, this is it's gone.
I was that way with lime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some citrus, some tart. second trimester, both kids, I developed an obsession with this salad that I would make. Just a normal salad, but with avocado and feta and like this balsamic vinaigrette. And it'd be like 10 p.m. and I'm eating this salad.
I love that.
That was my big thing. Both kids, second trimester. And then cereal at the end.
Cereal is good.
Which I did have gestational diabetes with Nora, so I had to eat like not
healthy cereal.
Like the new trail or whatever that's like
no sugar,
keto and all the things. It's just nuts.
Yeah.
Basically. But I would do that with berries. Emma, I ate less healthy cereal and it was much more satisfying. But
yeah. I have experienced the whole like food has never tasted as good than when you're pregnant. That's been my experience.
I had COVID when I was pregnant with Emma and lost all sense of taste and smell, and I cried
because
I was like, "This is my time," and
that's
now I'm
absolutely
not.
Terrible.
It came back. It was okay, but
That's
I did.
Good. That's not one symptom that I've had. Is food just doesn't taste good. Any food.
You are gonna hit the Thanksgiving table so hard, my friend.
I will be.
It's coming. Don't worry. You'll get your return on investment.
My God.
For me, I was so excited because that's what I'd heard. Food tastes better when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
That has not been the case. So I am another reason I'm looking forward for us to being two separate people because food tastes better when I wasn't pregnant. So I'm looking forward to get back into that.
And you're such a foodie.
I am.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love trying food. And that's one thing that I mentioned at the beginning. Like, I can't figure out what I want to eat. I can't figure out what I want to cook. I love cooking. I love being creative and like making things in the kitchen. No, none of that has been the case for me.
Yeah.
Oh
wild.
My gosh. I had a bowl of Cheerios the other day and I was like, this is it. Like, never has Cheerios tasted this good before in my whole life.
Yeah. I had the first night like the cereal craving hit me when I was pregnant with Emma. Joel was out working, and so I texted him like, "Hey, on your way home, can you stop and get cereal and milk?" And he walked in the door. He like hadn't texted me back, and then he walks in the door, and I'm like,
"You did."
I go, "Did you see my text?" He goes, "Oh no, what did you text me?" And I was like, and he like looks at his phone. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I'm like, "It's fine." And he goes, I'm going. He goes, I'm going. And I'm like, no, you don't have to. And he's like, I'm on my way.
I'm leaving right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Austin ate some cereal. I had not gotten into like the super big cereal craving yet, but I did have like a box at home and he had like finished the box or maybe he'd just eaten some. I can't really remember. This was first trimester. And I was like, you ate my cereal? This was for me and not me. This was for me and Eden. I don't know what.
Who do you think you are, sir?
And then I got on the Kroger app and ordered like 10 boxes.
Said,
we were stopped.
We
will be ready.
I remember coming to your house that next day and you had them all on the kitchen table. I was like,
I was
okay.
Like,
cereal face?
I was like, this is, It's like one, because there will be, I will say, overall food has not tasted great, but it's not like, oh, pity me or whatever, because there has been a couple things here and there that have tasted good.
Yeah.
And cereal was one of them. Cereal did taste like it did before I was pregnant. Same level, at least. And so I was like, this is like my one thing that tastes good right now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's real.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Pregnancy is wild in general because I'm very motivated checklist person, like as probably everybody knows listening to this and you guys. And so, but when pregnancy hit, it's like, wow, I really can't think about much of anything else.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of like clearing my mind. And I was thinking, you did say waves, you're like nesting, and I did clean out some of my house during my first trimester.
Yeah.
Like getting rid of stuff, going through stuff. And so that was probably a form of nesting.
Yeah.
And then it kind of stalled until now. But I was thinking as a theme, definitely clearing my heart and mind and also my home, like just clearing things out because you really can't think about much else.
Yeah.
I mean, like, obviously I'm still a functioning human and we're still recording these podcasts and I'm still working, but it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is different. And I think that continues. It's the journey into motherhood is such a transformative experience because yes, now you have a child, but you are not the same.
Mm-hmm.
I will never be who I was before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning who I am now,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in different ways. And okay, where's the balance of that and all of that? But there's something so tender about the way that the Lord transforms us through this process and really reveals to us our own limits and his sovereignty and just like the beauty of his creation and of marriage and all of those things. It's just a really interesting time where like you can really see the potter changing the clay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
like I don't know what's going to come out of the kiln, you know, like
Yeah.
I don't know where you're going to end up here, but I know you're changing me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think that was one of the hardest things. That was one of the hardest parts about the first trimester for me. It's like my sickness level, that type of thing was really mild. I'm very grateful for that, especially for me to be having a girl, because I know that most of my friends that have been pregnant with girls are so sick in the first trimester. But mine was pretty mild. My exhaustion was way worse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in turn, I was not as productive as what I'm used to.
Yeah.
That was the hardest part of first trimester for me.
Yeah.
Was feeling like everyone around me thought I was lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And which is such a lie. Like I know that no one's looking at
No
me
one was
being
thinking
like,
that. Yeah.
oh, you're pregnant and now you're just lazy. Like, no, obviously not. But in my head, I was like, why can't I just get up?
Yeah.
Why can't I just do something?
Mhm.
Like the thought of having to lay down in the middle of the day before being pregnant was like, absolutely not. Like we just keep going and we lay down and we're ready to go to bed. Not in first trimester.
Yeah.
7-8 weeks in, and I was like, it's 3:00. I'm going to lay down for 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll just see what happens.
Maybe I'll be back. Maybe I won't.
Maybe I won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I was similar in that way. It was just exhaustion, not as much like sickness, but I was just wiped out. I remember you looking at me one day. We were going to lunch, I think, and you're like, your eyes stay at like a constant level of like half open. And I'm like, well, I don't know how to fix that, but I know that I am exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. The
Yes.
exhaustion in the first trimester.
Yeah. I think that because we had talked about this too. I had just found out that I was anemic right before I got pregnant.
Yes.
And so
Perfect. I remember what I said.
Perfect.
I remember, and like you and I got pregnant so close together. And so I'm like seeing you in the first trimester and I'm mentally like, how am I going to survive?
You're like I am already exhausted.
I'm already so tired.
Yeah.
And I know that I do a lot tired. And so I was like trying to mentally prepare myself and like waiting for that to hit. And I remember us talking about it and you're like, do you think it's because you just kind of function at this level and capacity at all times anyway? And I'm like, maybe that is what it is. And I've just been prepared in that
Yeah.
way. But
I think that was part of, for me, when I got pregnant with Emma, I was coming out of a long stretch of really intense chronic pain and like autoimmune issues. And so for me, I kind of traded pain for nausea, but the exhaustion stayed about the same. And in some ways, maybe as time went on, improved with my pregnancy with Emma specifically. And so it was weird because I think I felt more like I could rest because I had a little bit more, I felt a valid reason for it.
Yeah.
Like that was the first time in our marriage where like our house would be a little messy most of the time versus like always having it super tidy and just things like that. But I do think, especially like you said, like you were dealing with that chronic pain for a long time. When you are dealing with a baseline of unwell, then I do think that the transition into it is different.
It is
you're
different.
like, we can keep going. But there is a level of like, if I could go back and tell pregnant Hannah a few things, I would tell myself, like, no, just take the time.
Yeah.
There's nothing more important right now than just
resting
and like doing, like, listening to your body and doing what it needs. Like, there's no one is holding this measure of productivity. And I think this is a huge identity question of who am I when I cannot do at the level that I want to.
Yes.
Or at the level that I think others expect me to, or all of those things. Like, when my life circumstances are outside of my control in this way, do I still feel loved?
Yes, if I'm not performing in this way. Yeah, that's really good.
Or do I hold the same amount of value to other people?
Yeah.
That was the big one to me, was like just feeling like everybody was thinking that I was using pregnancy as an excuse to get out of doing things. And that just was not like, that was not
real.
The case at all.
Yeah.
I thought that for myself. I didn't think other people were thinking that about me. They could have been, I don't know. But I definitely was like, oh, I'm using pregnancy as an excuse to not do anything.
Yeah.
No.
So funny.
Again, you could barely hold your eyes open. I think that
Kenzie
you needed
down
to
bad.
rest.
I was down bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I went from working out like once or twice a day to barely being able to get one okay workout in.
Yeah.
Insane. And I think that's
Kenzie, you just stopped smiling for a few months. You're like, I wasn't able to work out to my full potential. No.
That's funny. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that on purpose. It just
no, it's just from the core.
No, I mean, we obviously know. We know
No one
what
is
you were
worried about
going
that.
through. Yes, we were concerned.
I do feel like so far I'm not in like the super big like last couple weeks yet, but so far third trimester has been the best trimester for me personally. I felt the best mentally and physically.
Yeah.
To where I just told Brooke this morning, I'm like, I feel like doing things again. So when are we hanging out?
That's awesome. I love it.
I'm like, I actually feel like leaving my house and doing something.
Yes.
So can we plan? And that's just, I think it's so different for everybody. But I can tell a lot of what I was thinking about and preparing for pregnancy and for motherhood, it was just really sweet of the Lord to walk me through the journey. Like, I remember specifically one day sitting outside on my patio just with my iPad, like journaling about a couple things. And it really, the theme, like I said in the beginning of this episode, was control and letting go. And I feel like that has just been a steady, constant theme throughout my pregnancy, is like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Mentally, I need to make sure that this isn't laziness, but it's what the Lord has for me.
Yeah.
Right. It's not letting go, but it is letting go, but it's letting go in a way that's entering into a new season. It's not just letting go for the sake of
I don't want to
lazy and I don't want to do anything anymore. You know, like I'm preparing mentally and physically to be a completely different person.
Yeah. So we're both having girls. You're a girl mom.
Times 2.
Let's like quickly talk about processing that, because for me it was very different than I expected it to be.
Yeah, I'll go first. Joel and I always felt like we would have girls, wanted girls. And even when we were dating, there was a moment where the Lord told me that Joel would be a good girl dad, which was important to me because it was just like a different, I just needed to know that because I thought I would have girls.
Yeah.
And so when we found out that Emma was a girl, we were just ecstatic. And then I think everything in Nora's pregnancy was after my miscarriage. And so everything in that pregnancy was marked with grief and gratitude in that. And so I think that I don't think I would have been, I was so grateful that I wouldn't have been disappointed or anything if it was a boy, but I was thrilled that she was a girl, and I was shocked. And because Joel and I both grew up not having sisters, and I think I always missed that. I'm so close with all of my brothers, and my mom and I are so close. And I think part of the reason we're so close is because she's an only child, I'm an only girl. And I think we kind of filled that role for one another.
Yeah.
And so I was so excited to be able to give Emma a little sister.
Yeah. That's so cute.
Yeah.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, that is very sweet. Yeah, I think there is a level, because I have sisters and brothers. And I have a good relationship with all of them, but there is a difference in what relationship I have with my brothers versus what relationship I have with my sisters.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Zach and I have been together like 11 years. And from the time that we've been together 11 years, married 8. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. From the time that we like started dating and talking about marriage, like realistically and like the future and stuff, we always said like, oh, we'll have 2 boys and then a girl.
Oh, yes. As
yes.
one plans.
Yes. And so mentally, I thought I knew it didn't work that way. And then I got pregnant and I was like, oh, there's the boy. Not only there's the boy, but there's the twin boys.
Yeah.
Because I still feel pretty strongly that we'll have twins. I think that I'll be very shocked if we don't end up with twins. But mentally, in my head, the way I always pictured our families, that we would have twin boys and then we'd have a girl. And as if it works that way, but it does not. And so the whole time, like through the first trimester, I'm only thinking about boy names. Here and there thinking about girl names, trying to like
trying to even it out.
Yeah, just like I know there's a 50-50 chance. But I really like in my head I'm like, no, this is it. Like it has to be the Lord. I've only held on to this.
That's an episode.
Yep. And so it gets to maybe like 2 or 3 weeks before we decided to do the testing to figure out what we were having. And I looked at Katie, my sister-in-law. She's been on the podcast before. And she's just very intuitive with stuff like this. And I was like, oh, what do you think we're going to have? And she was like, well, she goes, no, I know. You're going to have a girl. And it hit me of like, oh, we could have a girl. Like
the Lord was prepping you.
Yeah. He definitely was. And so I started talking to Zach about it more. And I was like, well, what do you think? Like, I guess this is an option.
Did you know?
And
that's
he was just like, I've kind of just mentally been preparing myself, like telling myself it's a girl, because I don't want to feel, neither of us wanted to feel like disappointment over the gender. Because we're like, we have no control over this, and we just want to be excited for whatever the Lord has handed us. And so we both at that point were like, okay, this is probably, it very well could be a girl. Katie says it's a girl. If we know she hears from the Lord. So we're processing that. And then we get our results in an email, and he comes home, and we did the sneak peek test. So if you've ever done one of those, like
Kenzie and I did the sneak peek test.
They did. This was an experience.
Here's the thing. Kenzie's fired.
I did.
I dropped every piece of
I
that
did
test
drop
on the ground.
so many things. And then I also like threw away like one important thing that we had to get out of the trash. Like, oh, actually, we need that. But it worked out.
I am still 100% accurate on doing sneak peek tests on people.
She is. Honestly, low key, if it had come back that it was a boy, I was going to do the genetic testing in the office, because I'm like, I can't trust that.
You're like, Katie said, and these 2 things don't line up.
These things aren't lining up. So we get the sneak peek test. We're both just like, we didn't do a big gender reveal, anything like that. We like to keep things pretty low key. And so it's just me and him, and we're watching this video, and it counts down, and then it says girl, and my jaw just drops. I was like, okay, it's real.
Yeah.
We're having a girl. And I hear Zach back here, and he's just going, I'm going to have to buy tampons. I got to buy a prom dress. I'm going to have to pay for a wedding. And I turn, and he's just going, like, I can see all the process going on.
He's got so much time before all of this.
I know.
Things.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. And then it was a whole, honestly, I sat in a little bit of fear for a few days because being a girl mom to me felt so much scarier than being a boy mom. And I don't think that I'd ever processed that before.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And trying to think through, like, why does this feel so heavy? Why does it feel so scary? I think a lot of it had to do with the generational stuff that I was breaking off that year. And then on top of that, I just know the world perspective of a woman.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And like, just like there would have been things for Zach if it was a boy that he would have experienced. I feel like for me, it's a lot of like, okay, safety is going to look different. And then like reading the word is going to look different for her. And I'm going to have to teach her like how to read the Bible and understand that God loves women. And you know, like there's a lot that like I understand from a woman's perspective that's taken me a long time to get there.
Yeah.
And like what an honor that the Lord views us as like able.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
To carry on the next generation of women. But
That's really good.
I do think there is an extra level of protection and not that there's extra value, but there is extra.
For me, it's like the thought of extra sensitiveness.
Yes, like an extra fragility.
Yeah, extra care.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a level of nurture. And the beautiful thing is that as girl moms, as girl dads for husbands, we learn this through the heart of the Father who made women and men in this way and protected women from the very beginning because, like the Bible says, they're the weaker vessel, aka needing to be protected more, aka more fragile, more precious.
Yes.
There is an extra sensitivity that is required. And I don't know what it is to be a boy mom.
Yeah.
But I know whatever the children that the Lord gives us are given to us specifically to raise.
Yeah.
And the way that he equips us, even just child to child. I have 2 children of the same gender. They are very, 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 very different. And so the things I'm learning right now to parent my oldest are not going to work in 2 years with my youngest, you know? And so it's a journey of learning to walk with the Lord and with the Spirit in understanding that he is the only one who can be a perfect parent.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, that's definitely one thing that I've loved and appreciate about my own mom is because, so I'm the oldest. My parents had 6 kids, and watching her parent, being the oldest, she's parented so differently with each of us because of our personalities, not only our genders. Yes, gender too, but like me and my sister are so different.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 other sisters and 2 brothers, and they're also so different. And it is something that I want to remember. Like the Lord has personal relationship with all of us, and I want to make sure I'm intentional with each of my kids to have a personality, to know their personality and have that relationship with them.
Yeah.
I always thought that I was going to have boys. I guess I always thought that I would be great with only having boys. Because most girls are like, I want both, or I want girls.
Yeah.
There's not typically a lot of girls that are like, I'm good with all guys. And that was kind of me. I was like, if we never have a girl, I would be totally okay. So I definitely thought, I didn't think that she would be a boy. I thought just after getting married, I'm like, oh, I'd love to be a boy or a girl. No. I'd love to be a boy mom.
Yeah.
Like if I have a girl, that's fine. I'm not going to be upset, but like I really, really want boys.
Yeah.
I grew up in a sports family. Being a girl, that sensitiveness, you have to, I'm like, I'm going to have to teach another girl how to be a girl. And I think I really liked what you said. It's like, I'm just learning some of this stuff as an adult.
Yeah.
And now I have to prepare to teach this to my little one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because.
And it does feel more ethereal than teaching manhood for whatever reason.
I think it's just so close to home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said before, I think that for Zach, if it was a boy, he obviously would be excited, but there would be things like as our son would grow that he would have, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a different part of sanctification for Zach than it would be for me.
Yes.
And then us having girls is a different part of sanctification for me than it is for Zach.
Yeah. I do hope in the future that I do have boys and girls. So we shall see. But I thought that I would have boys just in general, kind of what you were saying, 2 boys and a girl. I never really put that into perspective, but I was like, oh, I'll just have boys. And then getting pregnant, I'm like, I don't care what it is, boy or girl. I'm fine with whatever. Yeah. Which was interesting. Always wanting a boy, and then I'm pregnant, and I'm just so grateful to be pregnant that I'm like, whichever is good.
Yeah.
And then it's a girl, and I'm so grateful she's a girl. Like, even recently, I've been excited to have a girl. Like, I'm like, we're gonna be little workout buddies.
Yeah,
we're gonna match. I'm gonna wear pink. Guys, I never wear pink.
Oh, she sent me the brightest pink workout outfit. She said, I don't know why, but this is my whole personality. This will be my. I officially have a pink
She
workout
is a new
set.
woman. That's crazy.
That is crazy. So crazy.
Funny.
But I'm so excited. And I got her, she has a little onesie, and it says Best Buds with Dad. And I'm like.
There is something extra sweet about seeing like your husband with like this tiny baby girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was holding a puppy the other day. Maybe yesterday.
Okay.
I was like, you look so cute holding that puppy. I can't wait till you're holding our daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, that's so exciting. And immediately, even before thinking about what type of girl mom I would be, I knew Austin was going to be the best girl dad. Like, I saw him be so protective and loving over his sisters growing up.
Yeah.
That there was not a doubt in my mind. I'm like, this is perfect. This is exactly.
Yeah, the Lord
what
definitely made this decision.
Yeah.
For Austin. Like, this was Yeah.
I think too, like, Zach growing up, he's the only boy in his family and having 3 older sisters. There are certain things to, like, my womanhood that he is more sensitive to that, like, even my brother wouldn't have ever thought about before. Like, I've never had to put the toilet seat down in our marriage.
Yeah.
Like, not a single time. I'm like, our daughter's got it set.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's so, it seems so small, but if you've ever not looked before you sat down, you know. But there's even just, like, other things of, he can genuinely tell when I am hurting, you know, like, if it's like a surface level thing, like, not as much grace, but if it's like the core of my soul, like, he sees it and he knows it.
Yeah.
And he's able to, like, pause and be very sensitive to that. And I owe so much of that to his mom.
Yeah.
You know, and his sisters, because they just did so well of just, like, the roles in their household and what being a woman of God and being a man of God looks like.
Yeah.
And I feel like he really embodies. I'm seeing so much more of that too in him now, of being the man of God of our household.
Yeah.
And it's so refreshing to see even him preparing in that way as I'm pregnant. You know, the Lord is, like, preparing both of us in different ways. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Well, I am so excited for you both. This is the most beautiful, difficult, challenging, amazing, life-altering, holy work.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm excited to meet your babies and meet each of you as the new you.
As the new us.
As the mamas.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm pumped.
I am too.
I'm excited for the challenge. Yeah. I'm ready for the change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be good. It's going to be hard. It's going to be good.
It's going to be fun.
So much better.
We're going to learn so much.
Yep.
Truly. I've been texting them random mom tips that I think are random.
I love that.
Yes.
Like, here's something I thought of you may not know.
And sometimes I know it and sometimes I don't, but that is what you need in your life.
Yes. Yeah. The last one that you said, I was like, I wonder what the story, like how recent the story is behind this coming to her memory.
Well, yeah, I had to remind my sister-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's like, why is this baby's diaper leaking every day? I'm like, you gotta get the ruffles. And she's like, I got the ruffles. And I'm like, that's tucked in. You see where the poop came out? That's the problem.
Oh, that's so funny. I love that.
Well, on that note, go read your Bible.
Untuck your baby's diaper ruffles if you don't want them to leak on the side by the legs.
Yes. Yep. And go read your Bible.
Go read your Bible.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.